Hey, there's my big guy. There he is.
Come, Michael's on. Michael's
He
on.
comes and goes.
Michael's. I don't know how the rest of it. I just know the first bits.
He's back.
He's back. He's acting.
He's ready to pod. Are you a bit drunk? Come from a party or something?
No, I had a catch up drinks, and had a pint before dinner, and then had some dinner. Now I'm here, and I'm ready and raring to go. I'm excited, slightly tired, and I had a couple of beers earlier.
Cool. Well, I could say that we're all slightly tired of your complaining on behalf of everyone, so everyone's in the same boat.
Is everyone tired at the moment?
I assume if people are listening to this, they're tired and they've got nothing left. So,
I just need something to put me to sleep, and the number one thing that came to mind was deep thought.
I've often had that comment made to my face. I love your podcast for when I go to sleep.
Oh, it's
and I just
really
drift off and
just beautifully meaningless.
It is a certain type of compliment.
It is a certain. It's like you're kind of charmingly innocuous.
Yeah, it's like a lullaby. Think of us as a lullaby.
Yeah, it's a nice warm cuddle that puts you into a safe place. Yeah, an ear cuddle.
Yeah. Yeah, cuddle.
I'll take
We're
that
both
compliment.
licking the inside of your ear.
Yeah.
Like an ice cream
Okay,
cone.
you did it
Just
silently.
Little miniature versions of us inside your ear going...
Okay, I feel gross. Don't make that. Don't make that noise.
Yeah.
I heard that in stereo, and it went in me.
That's the best way to hear me.
This has got
Stereo
so
and from the
sensual.
inside.
So sensual, so early. How you been? It's been weeks. It's been last I spoke to you. It was 1984, and
Wow.
the Olympics were on, and there's been nothing since then.
Checks out. I've had a busy couple of weeks, man. I've been to Adelaide. I've been camping. I've been... well, that's about it.
Okay, well that's two things. How does that feel? 3 weeks. I'm just saying your story doesn't add up, mate. Where were you the night of the murder? Too long. You're in jail now.
I just had no idea what to say to that.
Your improv game's increased. That's good.
It's yes and, isn't it?
I think it's what or...
Yeah. And
Oh my God.
well, you're dressed like from. I wish your stripes went up a few centimeters higher, so you actually look like the Hamburglar.
Oh, thank you.
Shout out from callback from last week, I think.
Really?
Time's a blur. I don't know. Didn't we talk
Did we
about the
talk about the
Hamburglar last week?
Hamburglar?
Who knows?
I don't remember.
Who
It's
knows?
vaguely
No
familiar.
one's listening.
So why were you in Adelaide? What's the process like getting over there?
Okay, so the reason for Adelaide was threefold. And I'm just guessing that it's threefold, and hopefully I find them.
Okay.
The first reason was it's a long weekend in Victoria. So I took off the Friday.
Uh-huh.
Thing was...
Annual leave or time in lieu?
Annual leave, but then we had the Monday public holiday, so I took the Friday off to get a 4-day weekend.
Okay.
Problem was, when we were thinking about going to Adelaide, it was the borders were actually shut. And so they only opened the borders on the 25th, which was like the week before. And then by that time, the plane tickets were too high, so we decided to drive. So we actually were only in Adelaide for 2 days. The Saturday and Sunday. And
Because you
down.
drove over on the Friday.
Yeah. So we just thought it would be a nice opportunity. We stayed in the Grampians one night, which is really nice on the way over. And it was Fringe time. So I thought we'd go see the Fringe. And I'm also buying a car off my dad. and I was hoping to lock in the deal.
Uh-huh. And
Which I
you're
did.
a classic businessman. You thought, this is a deal that needs to be done in person. None of these kind of Skype meetings, they're not going to seal it. I need that,
I'm old school, baby.
businessman wearing a suit in a boardroom kind of energy.
And I wore a suit. And I came straight out of I wore the suit in the car.
I think
It was hot.
I think you probably just wore your old Wallace vest, which doesn't count as a suit. It's made of polystyrene.
Yes. I wore the waistcoat and I wore that stringy tie.
Yeah, the elastic tie, so that you didn't have to do the hard work of tying an actual knot.
I'm not anti a lot of things, and I'm very anti elastic tie.
That's a strong position, but I think one that you'll find many people agree with.
Yes, what it says about you, none of it is good.
Can you actually, if you were trying, do you think you could go shopping and buy like actual adult stringy elastic ties right now? Could you find one?
Maybe in a costume shop, but
Yeah,
I don't want to.
I don't think that there's like. Maybe I suppose in corporate environments, maybe you could get one.
But
Like if
imagine
it's a
being
uniform?
found out. Imagine being found out. If
I
you're
mean,
like a
there's
lawyer
nothing
or
more
something,
humiliating
and
than someone going to grab your tie in like a power move, and then it just springs
In
up
a
and they
fight.
let go, and it's just like flip right into your face. Like that's
in
that's
like a-
humiliation. You're gonna lose
in a
that
s-
court case.
in a scuffle,
Yeah.
two men having it out, and then one of them just, you've got a string tie?
That is
You've lost.
You've lost.
There's no coming back from that.
At that point, there's no further punches needed. That man accepts defeat, lets the other person release the tie into the face, and they walk away shamefaced, having been completely humiliated.
Totally. Although, yeah, so I wore that stringy tie, by the way, for 5 or 7 years.
I can't believe that. I don't even remember them offering stringy ties. I definitely didn't have a stringy tie.
That's because you're a classic guy.
Oh, thank you. I'm the Jeff Goldblum of this podcast.
The Jeff Goldblum? Get fucked.
Uh-huh.
You're not the Jeff Goldblum. You're the, what are you of this podcast?
The Sam Neill? The
Well,
Chris
maybe
Pratt.
You could be Sam Neill.
I'm just going through all
You are.
the Jurassic Park actors.
Oh, the Jurassic Park. What are you? You're the Benedict Cumberbatch of this podcast.
No, I don't think so. No. I don't like how that feels.
What am I? What am I of this?
Uh,
It's not going to be good. I know you're going to say.
I think you're the Jack Black.
See, I love Jack Black, but I don't want to be
I
compared
think you're
to
the Jack Black.
at
You're
all.
just like this wild card, sort of overweight energy, and it just
What?
and it just, you've just got that sort of loose, kind of silly style. You do the voices. You're like slightly overweight, but you're like a little bit sort of loose and fun and free, and you've got that sort of added mass. And
I think what you're missing is my cool factor.
well, you
'Cause
can
I got
play
a bit of a
guitar.
cool factor.
You got that musical zing.
No, but he's doing a funny blah blah. I got a cool factor going on,
Yeah.
so I think I
Okay.
should be more like maybe more like a Brad Pitt type, but who can dabble in comedy.
He's not in
like,
music. He's not. Yeah, Brad Pitt is
I
too
don't
cool
think
to
it's
play
Jack
instruments. You've gone too. You've gone too.
I think
cool.
I've gone too cool.
You've gone too cool. Maybe
Who's in the
maybe
middle?
you're in a sort of.
Oh, you're the Thomas Middleditch.
Okay, I'll
Getting
take that.
closer.
Closer, yeah. I
But he's a
think
bit meek. You're not meek enough.
no, he can be brash. If you ever watch Silicon Valley, he had that sort of edge. He's also in like a. He's like a famously polyamorous guy, like
Wow, famous. Super
wildly,
famous.
yeah, no, like
Yeah.
wildly sex crazy kind of weirdo. So I don't. Yeah, have you not seen it? He's like, yeah, well, not weirdo. I don't think. I don't know. He's just all like, he's out there. He's on the scene, Michael.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who I am.
I think
I got it.
Okay.
I'm Adam Pally.
Oh, I was gonna go for. Well, yeah. No, I can see the Adam Pally. I was gonna say a different Adam, Kylo Ren, Adam Driver. He's got that kind of like angular.
He's not. Okay. Here we go.
No, that
Here
kind of
we
like
go.
angular.
Yeah. Angular nose. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Personality. Like he's a little bit sharp.
He's not silly. He's not nearly as silly as
He's been on SNL like 3 times, and he's definitely got that cool factor where he's like he feels like I bet you if you handed Adam Driver a saxophone, he'd have a really good go.
I don't doubt that. I think if we gave him an axe or a saxophone or a wok, he'd be fine with any of those.
So I don't know why you wouldn't want to be Adam Driver. He's got a good sense of humor. He was on the Last Week Tonight thing at the end of last year after that season where John Oliver kept making all those weirdly sexual comments. And he came on and he did this like properly comedic appearance.
Yeah, I'm not doubting he's a funny man. And gave an incredible performance in Marriage Story.
Marriage Story.
That was funny as shit.
Didn't see it.
That was hilarious. You didn't see Marriage Story?
No, I haven't seen any movies.
You haven't seen any movies?
You didn't see Marriage Story?
Not one? Not one
You didn't see Marriage Story? Have you seen Toy Story?
Have you seen Toy Story? That's a sequel, by the way.
Toy Story
They turn
3.
them into toys.
Oh, I cried.
Marriage Story is Toy Story for adults.
Oh, okay. They've
fact.
grown it up.
That's a fact. So Adelaide was good. I sealed the deal with the car, by the way.
That's a weird phrasing for your dad. Oh yeah,
I sealed the deal with my daddy.
Yeah,
I sealed the deal with my father. If you know what I mean.
Why are you punching your face like that?
Because this is my closing the choo choo.
Yeah, you're doing the Trump sitting in a truck cabin kind of excitement face where he's like pulling on the horn.
When we were driving back to Melbourne, I went for the choo choo to a big truck while we were overtaking, and he didn't do it. He looked at me and he was like, "No." He was like, "No, I'm not doing that. You're a man. You're a man.
You're too old for this.
You're too old for this." I got shut
Put
down by
both hands on the wheel and just drive.
Yeah, I was driving.
Yeah, you're overtaking on a freeway. Both hands out the window.
Hey! Choo me, bro.
Yeah.
Sealed the deal with my dad, and I don't know when I'm to be expecting this car. Hopefully, Dad listens to this episode.
It's not like a pregnancy. It's not like, oh, we're just waiting to see when she comes.
It is though. It is like a pregnancy, because I've basically now know that I'm pregnant with car, and I just don't know when to expect it. There's a time frame.
I
hope
ask,
it's not 9 months.
Do we know the gender of the car?
I'll let the car choose. Very progressive of me.
Yeah, it's
I've gone for a grey car, which
Okay.
is very gender neutral.
That is.
If not a bit
On the
towards the
nose.
man. Well,
Are you gonna
grey's a boy color.
Are you gonna do a car reveal party?
Yeah. No, it's a gender reveal party for the car.
Yeah.
100%. I'll do it. I'll get you an invite.
Sweet.
An invite. Why did that never catch on?
An invite.
Well, they must have done it for email.
They must have.
I'll send you.
It was right in front of them.
I'll send you an email.
I'll send you an invite. Sorry, what did you say?
Send an invite.
An invite. Are you just saying it wrong? No, an invite. Like online.
Invite.
An invite.
An invite.
Are
You
okay.
Irish? I'll just send you an invite.
I'll send you an invite.
Oh, Off to a flying start here.
Welcome to Deep Thought, everybody. What a
Haven't even finished my story.
what a look. This is you've got the vibes now. You know what you signed up for. It's going to be 62 more minutes of this, and then we're out. So look, this is it. This is a podcast. We talk to each other. It's loose. It's light. It's Lithuania. That's the new tourist slogan. Seen through the internet with me on the other side of the.
That's my favourite whatever.
Michael.
It's new, it's light, it's Lithuania.
Say something, Michael.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, I was asking them. Not
Oh my
you.
god, Michael.
I wasn't asking.
Hello.
You. Like,
I'm
no,
great.
Hello.
Thank you
No.
for asking. Holy. Oh, I didn't.
No. No.
I didn't-
See, you've missed.
Michael, I didn't
you've
even think-
intercepted.
I didn't know if this day would ever come.
You've intercepted a how are you that was
Michael.
not meant for you.
Thank you. I didn't. I just. I don't. I don't think I realized how
shit.
much I needed to hear that. Oh. But okay.
Are
Cool.
you crying, dude?
No, I spilled beer on my face.
Yeah, we're recording the video of this, so
No, we're not.
everyone can see you crying.
No, it's a glint of delight.
Are you bleeding?
I'm bleeding my nose.
Are you bleeding from your eyes, dude? What?
Where did that come from? So aggressive. Cool.
Wow.
How's the Fringe? What was it like in COVID? Were there actual acts?
Well, we saw Napalm of Hiatus Coyote.
I don't
The
know
solo
what any
gig?
of those words are. What?
You don't know those words?
That
That's
is
exactly what my sister said.
That is one of like that's like a fucking SNL parody line.
Right. I guess it is kind of.
I saw
Yeah.
Napalm, from Oasis Coyote. Who's
Yeah.
playing at the Dum Dumgaree? Have you been to Dum Dumgaree? Just down
Yeah.
just for the Fringe?
I'm just
Oh.
gonna say this right now, just so you look like an idiot right now, with this bit,
Okay.
because they're a very famous band. Well, not very famous. Like,
You immediately
Some
walked
people know
yourself
them.
back. They're very
Yeah,
famous.
well, I came
And
out
by
too
that I
hard.
mean some people know them.
I think you would know some of their songs.
Okay, sing them all for me.
All right, I'll do a bit of one song
Okay.
that you might know.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 da, da, yeah, yeah. Like kind of jazzy, not like that, obviously.
I mean,
Not
I'm-
as jazzy as that.
so less jazzy.
Less jazzy than that.
Okay,
but more
is that
jazzy
the
than
catchy
Beatles.
bit? Is that the bit that I'd know?
It was just like in a weird time signature, so I thought you might.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah, COVID. No one's wearing a mask in Adelaide. Did not see one mask.
Yeah.
Not even to Ubers or nothing. Like they were kind of. We went to the Royal Croquet Club, which they do in Victoria Square. Do you remember how they used to do that?
Yeah.
And they used to not charge, and now it's $21.
Oh.
And there's I mean they try to make an attempt at lines or whatever, but no one's. I mean it's like walking back in like March or February of 2020.
Yeah.
It's like you might see some masks or some people are catching on to COVID, but nothing really.
I
Which
mean,
is
that's
good.
Sorry.
No. Apology accepted.
That's what New Zealand is like. But I
Yeah.
think the reason that doesn't feel unsettling, at least to me, as someone who takes COVID seriously, is the fact that every business has a QR code. Like literally every business that you go to has a QR code on the door. And there's a government app that you download and can scan and contact trace as you enter in like any premise that you visit. So because there is that back end to it all, where if you feel like you want to be doing things, which you should, there is something to do. And then you're like, okay, well, at least I know that people were in this place, have been logged, and were anything to happen, I can be notified. That would go a long way to making me feel more comfortable. In a place like Adelaide, where I don't think they have that kind of infrastructure there, I feel
They've got QR codes, but no one uses them.
Yeah, I think I'd feel a bit more unsettled by it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know if I felt unsettled. I felt fine. I was just having a good time there. I was just kind of happy to work into a Woolworths and not have to wear a mask. So I was just lapping it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have all these, I think because it's Fringe, they have these electric scooters going everywhere, and they're just like kind of e-bikes. You know how they used to have those e-bikes? And they'll just be like anywhere on the road.
Yeah.
And or out on the pavement, on the sidewalk. And we decided to ride one, and it was super fun way to get around.
Yeah, they're very big over here. There's multiple brands. Yeah, multiple brands of electric scooter and electric bikes. It's a little bit annoying because they tend to be just like randomly strewn all over the footpath when you're trying to walk by.
Yeah.
But like, and that's actually not just like vaguely inconvenient for you as like an able-bodied person, but if you've ever tried to see like a mother with a pram or someone in a wheelchair try and get past like a collapsed pile of 17 e-bikes that have been just left in the gutter, it's a little bit unreasonable. But yeah, over here it's all Lime scooters, it's all Peacock, no, Flamingo, and like a bunch of other brands. But yeah, they're very popular, and they're very fun for a specific use case, right? Where it's like you just want to get somewhere faster, but you don't have baggage, or like I don't think you'd necessarily want to go there if you were like wearing a suit to get to a business appointment. But like if you're just popping around the corner faster to grab a coffee, it's probably just as cheap as the petrol you'd pay to take your car there, and the parking that you'd spend putting it there.
Yeah, our rides were like $2, and that's what it's like perfect for the Fringe because there's quite a lot of ground to cover by foot, not so much by car, and people are just walking around anyway, so it's perfect for that.
Yeah, that's cool. So what's the car that you've picked up?
It's a Mazda CX-5. So it's like a medium SUV.
SUV?
So, yeah. Look it up, baby.
Ah.
You likey?
It's grey?
Oh, yeah. Charcoal grey.
Dark grey.
Dark grey.
What year are we talking?
2015, I think.
What's the horsepower?
5? I don't know what horsepower is. I have
How many horses can you fit in the car?
That seems horsest to use the term horsepower. Seems like an outdated term.
I think it probably is outdated.
Is the horse community up in arms or up in?
So talk me through
legs?
this.
Okay, here we go.
The end of the world is coming.
All right, did not expect that.
And sea levels are rising. Deforestation, killing off major primates.
Why is the world ending? Just to help me get some context.
Global warming, mass hysteria.
Hysteria is killing the world. Okay.
Yeah, the bushfires, corals bleaching, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You live in centralish Melbourne.
Inner city Melbs.
Getting an SUV. Do you think you can justify that to your children?
Oh, you're talking about my environmental impact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I plan to have a lot of kids. Does that tip
So it's
the
a
scales
practical
in my
choice.
favor?
It's practical.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows that the more kids you have, the more damage you're doing to the environment. So, does it take diesel? Is it a petrol car?
You know what? No, it's not diesel. It's like normal fuel. I'm gonna give lots of my friends rides everywhere.
Okay, so it's a carpooling thing.
Yeah.
Are you going to be an Uber driver?
I'm gonna be an Uber driver.
Okay.
Exclusively for families.
Sure. And like only again for them for like takeaway runs. Like you won't drop them to the airport, but if they want a souvlaki, pop over to Michael's.
I'm basically a souvlaki delivery driver.
Yeah.
It's what. Well, I didn't actually think about the environmental impact, and I mean, I'll think about it for a second now, and then I won't bother. But yeah, I mean, here's the real reason why I had my poor little heart set on this before you've ruined everything. Again, is that I like to go to the beach. Like every weekend, I've been going 2-3 hours down the coast, finding, as I said a few weeks ago, that perfect beach.
Yeah, with all the naked
and
people.
We're going camping with the new. I'm going to find the perfect nudist beach, and I'm still yet to find it.
Not too old, not too young.
No. So I want to go. I just like the idea of a big car. I'm a piece of shit.
So just to be clear, you've already been going to the beach.
Yeah.
In a car. Though. Yeah. And so what you want now is to do the same thing differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not facilitating something you haven't already been able to do.
Were you like this as a kid? Did you like to ruin everyone's fun?
No,
your sister got a toy, did you just dissect it and say how it was like affecting the world? Georgie, that Barbie. Sorry, Georgie, to stereotype. That Barbie was probably made by
that science kit,
Thai kids. In a factory. But Merry Christmas, George. Yeah.
As a child, I was British, so you got that part right.
And you talked like Ricky Gervais. You really grew out of that, by the way. Well done.
I had a strong Ricky Gervais phase at age 7, and then
when you started watching him, then you were like,
that's I should change that. No, I'm just asking, the reasons behind your choice. That's all.
Well, greed.
Okay,
is the reason.
Nice things.
Old-fashioned greed.
Does it have Bluetooth?
Oh, does it have Bluetooth? Yes, it does.
Okay, that's nice. Nice.
It's got a camera. It's got one of those cameras.
It just takes selfies of you while you're driving.
Yeah. I'm going to set up a selfie
Road
camera.
selfies.
Road selfie that does straight to Instagram. It's going to be like an Instagram.
It's going to be even more instant.
Instagram.
Instagrams.
Well, what about that? Instagram. App idea. Hey guys, have you thought about Instagram? Because it's instant and it's like, where did they get gram from though?
Gramophone.
What's gram? No. Instant gram. Photogram.
What is a photogram?
I have no idea.
Okay, it does sound right. I think you're right, but who knows what that is?
Anyway, let's move on. I saw you tweeted the other day that your neighbours had a party.
Yeah.
And you were annoyed, and I want to hear about it.
It was last night.
I like that you tweeted it, by the way.
I was angry.
You're just angrily tweeting in bed.
No, I tweeted this morning. I tweeted this morning. I was angrily.
You were tired and still resentful.
I was. It was a Wednesday. They were having a Wednesday rager. A Wednesday. That's a school night. That's a school night. They had homework.
Do you know your neighbours?
No. No.
But you're definitely older than them.
No.
I love this. No.
This is that's actually an impression of my friend Eve's impression of Australian accents. No. That's how she thinks Australians say vowels, which is not inaccurate.
No.
No.
Impression of Eve saying no. Nee. Nah, that was terrible. How do New Zealanders say no?
Well, yeah, that's pretty good.
I need the run up though.
Oh nah, they might just not even go for.
Oh nah, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Do they ever go yeah nah?
Sometimes.
Nah, That feels uniquely Aussie.
Yeah, nah. The my neighbours. I'm in a studenty kind of area, and it's just a flat, and it seems like every year I just get assholes next to it who are just there to have a good time, and I don't want them to. So they just like they're having parties, you know,
Ugh,
and they're
gross.
like there's bass music, and it's
I
like
hate bass.
it's rumbling my windows. And don't
You
they
know
know?
what's bad about bass?
I
It
could
just
have a
cuts
baby in this
through.
house. It cuts through, Michael. It cuts
I
right
don't mind
through.
bass in a song when I'm listening to
When
it.
I'm
but
listening to it.
even if they were playing Atoms for Peace and you heard the bass line from Atoms for Peace, you'd be like, well, at least they're playing for Atoms for Peace. But I can't hear the full song. All I
That's
can
the
hear is
that's
that bass.
the thing. All you
I
hear is
can't
the
participate in this at all. Yeah. Sucks.
and you're just like, I don't get anything. I don't. All I get is just the cringe-inducing, repetitive, like water droplet torture on the forehead of like every repetitive beat like reverberating through my skin, but no melodic like closure. There's no catharsis from actual music.
You get all bones and no meat.
It's gristle. You're just getting gristle. And
I don't know what gristle is.
okay, well, I can't teach you everything, Michael. You're going to have to read a book at some point. The Wednesday night rager is unbelievable. No heads
What
up,
time they
no
go to bed?
warning. No fucking warning. And they started at 8. It was going at like 11. And I was like, okay.
They started at 8. That's alarm bells right there.
That's alarm bells. And then, so I called noise control at 11. And
Did
I was like, look, if it was a weekend, sure,
what's
I'm
noise
going to be
control?
up. Noise control is the council. They send out people to come and investigate noise complaints.
Different to the police.
Yeah. So they, if it was the weekend, like, fair enough. I'm probably going to be up past midnight or whatever anyway. I'll just watch a show, have some TV on, put it out of the mind. When it's a weekday and I've been like working all day and getting up in the morning or whatever, like fucking hell, 11 o'clock I think is more than reasonable. Call them up, tell the council. They hear it on the phone. They're like, oh yeah, I can hear that. And I was like, yeah, so can I. And so they said
They can hear it over the phone.
they could hear the party through my phone call.
Now that's gonna feel good.
Yeah.
You're on the phone. They're like, oh, we can hear that. You're like,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, look, if you want a tip, I always go and stand
flex it.
outside. I stand outside. I go outside, so it's not inside the house. I do go outside and I stand in
just
the backyard.
turn up the music in your house really loud.
Yeah, but it's valid because I can still hear it inside. It just makes it more apparent that they can hear what I'm hearing if you go outside. But
And so, what time did
so they sent a car around. They don't tell me. They don't keep me updated. They just say, okay, thanks for letting us know. We'll send someone around. And you just sort of wait and you hope that it turns off, right? And then so I went to bed, still hearing this thing, got earplugs in, doesn't do shit. It's just that bass, man. It's that bass. And
all about the bass.
It's all
No
about
trouble.
that bass. That was by I don't remember the band you said earlier. Damn it. You don't remember the band either. Harmony by Desert Oasis. Franklin from
Hiatus Coyote.
Hiatus Coyote. I was pretty close. The the point being that it got to like probably 12:15, and then I heard this like, I can't wolf whistle, but like big whistle, and then all of this kind of like, shut up, hey, oh wait, kind of quiet, and I was like, oh, the guy's here, guys, fucking. He's walked right in. And to be clear, there's like 30 plus people in the backyard of this house. It's not like 3 people just like hanging out with loud music. There's like an actual,
yeah.
This is a party, right? They're going off. So I was like, oh shit, this guy's come around. He's walked in, he's like muscled in and speech and told them to shut it up. There was like a clinking of champagne glasses. So glad that Morgan invited us. And I was like, oh, it's ended. Thank fuck. Like and my body just like untensed, and I
my
relaxed
God, you're
into
so
the bed, and I was
cute.
like,
You're so
I can
cute.
finally just drift off to say. I was like, what? It stopped.
Encore.
The music
What?
stopped. There was whistles. How is this happening? And so I was like, I must have got it wrong. And then it keeps going. It's 1:00. And I'm like, it is fucking 1:00 on a Wednesday, and these fucking assholes are having a party. And so I called up noise control again. I was like, look, it's been 2 hours since I called you. Is someone coming out for this? Because I cannot take it. I cannot take it. And they said, yeah, we sent someone out, but they just reported that it was just people noise, just chit chat. And I was like, oh. And I realized what had happened was the party goers had spotted the armor guard car rocking up, and they went,
Wait, why is it an armor guard?
that's
car?
who the council sends. That's the security people that they send out. They send a contractor. And then the party goers said, hey, everyone, shut up. They turned off the music, and then they just sat there quietly in the backyard chit-chatting very politely while the security guard got out, had a look, had a listen. Doesn't seem like there's any noise complaints. He gets back in the car, drives off. They turn the fucking music back on. It wasn't the security people. It was the party goers, those wily cunts. And then...
these fuckers are loud, but they are smart.
They're smart. Objectively, well done. Subjectively, fuck you. So...
Yeah, I always feel like part of the uneasiness and the tenseness comes from if I hear neighbours having a great time and I'm not having a great time by listening to that. I want to go to bed and stuff. And also when there's like 30 people,
yeah.
I will sometimes feel like, they might come in or they might damage a car or something. There's all like this peripheral stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like they're out there, they're probably drunk, and I'm at risk here. At least my stuff might be at risk.
There was like shattering glass. It was bin night. And there were definitely people bumping into or throwing or knocking over bins. So, like, there was shit all over the pavement. So they were, like, a rowdy bunch. But finally, at maybe, like, 1:45, closer to 2:00, the music finally stopped. And I think either security came back or, I don't know, they just got over it. But it finally eased. And, yeah. I drifted off to sleep, but fuck, it's so irritating.
It sucks. And we live in like a four, I don't know what the word is. There's 4 townhouses in a block.
Sure.
So we're
like a subdivision.
Yeah, we're in the middle. So there's like one on the corner. There's 2 in the corner, and we're in the middle. We've got 2 in the middle, and we had our neighbours. We've actually been really lucky. To be honest, we've probably been the loudest ones. But the next door neighbours, who are really quiet, moved. We saw them moving out a couple of months ago, and we're like, "Oh shit, we are so vulnerable here. Like, if we get, it could be anything, but you're so at risk of like a new people coming in and just ruining your whole setup." And because we're so close, we can hear if they make loud music on either side.
Yeah.
And we got 2 like of the like quietest girls you could ever imagine. And they've just got like a cat, and they're like the shyest girls ever. They look like, to be rude, they look like they've been each other's friends since like kindy, and they haven't made any other friends. And I'm like, me and Emma, like, we hit the jackpot here.
Yeah. You're still the loudest on the block, which is the title you wanted to retain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's tricky business.
Yeah.
I hate neighbors. I really hate neighbors. I got a weird text the other day at like 2 a.m. from a Justin, and I'm like, I wake up and I'm bleary-eyed. I'm like, Justin? I'm trying to remember who Justin is. And then it says, "Hey, Michael, not sure if I've got the right number, but just letting you know that the sprinkler on the side of your house has burst and is spraying water everywhere." And I'm thinking, Justin. He thinks I still live at Clapham. He's my Clapham. You know, I live with Elle. Yeah, 5-6 years ago.
Wow.
And I said goodbye to this guy. And he's messaging me. He's like, "Hey, I don't know if you still live here. I haven't looked. In 6 years, you haven't seen me once. And you're messaging me."
Clapham.
That's like, there was 2 angles.
That's literally like 4 houses ago for you.
I know. Yeah, it is. Good math. Yeah. I said goodbye to this guy.
Yeah.
He came over anyway.
You bought him a Christmas present. You went and got a
played with
couple's
his
massage
kid.
together.
I massaged his wife.
That was one of the reasons you had to move away.
That's why I had to leave. How did you forget that? I ruined his whole life. I ruined your marriage.
This is why he's up at 2 a.m. fixated on you. You're the reason that everything went wrong in his life.
What else has been going on? This is good. This is a hot one.
What's new with me? I've just been working quite a bit in the past month. I had all my normal sort of Sherlock stuff going on, but there's a funding round coming up for feature film scripts, like a feature film development fund with the New Zealand Film Commission and the Blacklist, the Hollywood Blacklist Institution have teamed up to put aside some money for script development. So I decided that I would use that as an arbitrary deadline to go back and rewrite an old film of mine and submit it. I don't expect to get any funding for it, but as a intellectual exercise and an excuse to go back and revisit something I always wanted to do another draft of, it's been a good sort of project. But
cool.
The good thing that'll come out of it is that they give you script assessments, like Hollywood level script assessment, which is pretty valuable in terms of a objective eye on your writing style and the story's promise and that kind of thing. So that's valuable in and of itself. As I said, I don't think the funding's likely to come through, but because it's been this sort of like additional sort of passion project, it's been sort of taking all of my lifetime. So doing it on quite a tight timeline. It's due next Friday, so coming up on a week now, and having to fit that around other work has meant you do a whole day's work, have some dinner, and then come back to the desk, and it's like, okay, let's keep working instead of unwinding. And
and it's like more of the same work as well. It's not like it's not like a change of pace.
Yeah, it depended on what I was doing, but some of it is very much like, okay, more of sitting at a desk and typing, that's for sure. So I've sort of felt locked into that rhythm a bit, which has meant that I haven't been able to get out and about too much.
You've been at home listening to your neighbours have fun while you're inside. Yeah. Working on old script ideas.
Yeah, but I'm going to be very satisfied sending that in next week. Like, just as a feeling of accomplishment. It's like, okay, you wrote 100 pages in a month, and you like took this idea that you had and improved it. You know, there's a degree of achievement in that.
So are you writing new? Are you making additions to the script, or are you mostly just like honing it?
It's a second draft, so it is definitely there's some structural changes. Definitely a lot of the dialogue has changed, and then depending on what scene it is, some things are sort of intact and but the ending's sort of totally different and that sort of thing. So like there's been variants, but there wouldn't be a page that hadn't changed.
Right. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So pretty substantial.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's not the most interesting story, but that's why I don't have interesting stories.
I want to tell you this story real quick.
Sure.
It's a fun little story. Is it all right?
Yeah.
I feel like it. Do you want to keep talking about you? I feel like I've been talking a lot about myself.
No, I don't really. I don't really have anything to. I'm a gym bro now. That's the only thing of note. I'm
please,
a gym dude.
please tell me.
No, that's
Go on.
Just go to the gym a lot. I, got my gym friends
Every day.
3 times a week.
Right. I've upped my gymming as well.
Okay.
I'm now 2 days on, 1 day off.
2 days on, 1 off, endlessly.
So I'm doing 5 days, four and a half days.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work. It's
4
like
and a
5
third
and then 4.
Yeah.
4 and a
yeah.
5 and a 4. But I feel like everyone at the gym hates me. I feel like there's like regular people that go to the gym. Because my dick's out, and also no, it's because I feel like the guys that go to the gym all the time, maybe experience this as well. Like you start seeing the same people go to the gym all the time, and then because I'm seeing them all the time, I imagine they're there when I'm not there, and because I'm like not like a huge buff dude, and they're all huge buff dudes, that they look at me like, what is this guy trying? I might be massively projecting.
I think it's definitely an element of projection there. Like, well, I mean, I think for normal people like us, going to the gym does feel like a definite imposter syndrome, where you're like, what are you doing? Why? What are you think you're doing? Why? And so I think particularly when you see those like definite jock types who we were not in high school, and you're like, oh, I'm back in like the schoolyard again. Yes. It's like there's the fucking footy players over there, or the rugby players, and I'll just stand in the corner and pretend to keep up because the PE teachers told us that we have all got to play together.
Yes, yeah, there's definitely a bit of that, and also I think everyone has this as well. Like I don't like use like heavy weights like they're doing. I'm just like really trying to focus on form and do it slowly. And now I'm like just trying to like zen out and put it all to my. But the worst part about being at the gym is like this, like what to do in between actually exercising. Do you find that as well? Just like standing around, like I try not to be.
You
on
mean
my
when
phone
you're like
aimlessly.
recovering, like in between like sets and things.
In between sets, yeah. I don't know what to do. I don't want to look anyone in the eye, but there's like mirrors everywhere, so I can't help but looking at someone in the eye at some point. And I don't want to be on my phone, and I just stare at the ground. I just look down at the ground.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing you can do. The only improvement is potentially get onto the ground and like curl up in fetal position and just like cover your hands and face.
Well, I tried that and that didn't work.
Yeah.
3 days a week. You're doing weights as well? Or is that weights and CrossFit?
It's not CrossFit at all. It's just a regular gym. Do
you have a program?
Yeah. So when you signed up to the membership, they give you like a free PT session, which was a good start. And then because one of the reasons I'm going is to try and improve leg pain or knee pain specifically when I run. And I'd been seeing the physio, and this was one of the sort of suggestions was to sort of try and strengthen it. I paid for some PT sessions as well to then get a plan to sort of specifically help with the weaknesses that I have and improve that generally. So it's like a Monday is like a push day, so sort of arms mostly, Wednesday legs, and then Friday pull day. So it's a fairly all round but specific focus. As in, it covers everything, but it's with the ultimate goal of improving my running.
And are you eating differently? Like, are you eating differently accordingly?
Not hugely differently, but I was already eating pretty well. They did suggest I get one of the calorie counter apps just to keep an eye on sort of like how many calories you eat and how much protein you eat. So I've been doing that. I don't find like little mundane routines like that difficult, as you know. So that wasn't particularly tough. Or were you meaning that it's hard to eat enough?
Enough. No, it's just hard to remember to
check
down my food every time.
Yeah. No, I don't find that too tough personally, but yeah. So making gains, you know.
Your eyes rolled back into your head when you said that.
Yeah,
Terrifying.
it's my O face.
Gross.
Yeah.
I want to tell you this little story. It was heartbreaking little story. It's a quick one.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Fast heartbreak.
So I've been going to this coffee shop.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Smack, thank you. Smack bang in the middle of my commute to work, and I've been going in there, and it's like this like 40-something, like tall, like Italian guy. He's quite friendly. He always goes, "Hello, my champion. Hello, my champion." He always call me champion. He goes, "Hello, my legend. Have a good day, my legend." It makes me feel good, you know?
Yeah. It's the kind of
So I keep going
paternal
back.
love that you so very wanted.
Wow. Okay. And it's also, and then the other person there is his mum, and she does like a bit of the cooking. They do like little McMuffins. They don't call them McMuffins, but they call them whatever they call them. And so it's just him and his mum. And I've gone in there, and I started going there about a month ago, and like maybe the third time I went in there, his mum goes, we were talking, I was making a joke or something, and I was like, "Oh, I keep coming back for these McMuffins," and she goes, "Oh, you come back anytime. You're very handsome, very handsome." And I go, "Oh, I got a very handsome, very nice," and he's like calling me, "Oh, see you, my legend." And so I'm leaving there feeling like $1 million.
1,000.
And I go in there again. She does the same thing. "Oh, very handsome young man. Yes, come in, very handsome."
Oh, no.
So, yeah, you know where this is going.
I do.
I go in there yesterday.
She was a pedophile.
I go in there, yeah. I go in there yesterday.
The police are there. There's tape up everywhere. Dragging her out in cuffs. Saying, "We've been watching your browser history. We know exactly where this was going. You're grooming all these young men. And now you're going to have to pay for your crimes."
She's like a nonna. Nonna?
Nonna?
Yeah, she's like 80. She's like classic Italian mum.
Uh-huh.
And so I go in there again, does the same thing. Yes, and then I'm just sitting there on my phone waiting for my coffee, and I hear,
Flat white?
"Oh, hello, very handsome." And I look up. She's not talking to me. Nick. She's talking. Guess who she's talking to? You'll never guess. Well, you will literally
Serena
never
Williams.
guess. She's calling. It's just like this slobby guy, who's like unshaven, unwashed.
Schlobby.
It's literally, if you saw this guy,
It's onomatopoeic.
word for him.
Yeah, it's a schlob.
He looks gross. He looks like a postie or something, like off-duty postman or
Okay,
something.
there's
offense
no
to
need
posties.
to drag
No,
the beautiful men and women of our postal service into disrepute here. I would like to distance myself from Michael's comments.
if this is what I get cancelled for, then I'll be shocked.
Postal abuse.
The postal community. And he looks gross. He's probably stinks. I wasn't close enough. But she's calling him handsome, which basically immediately invalidated my handsome.
Yeah.
It was a month of calling me handsome invalidated.
Gone. And so in that month, you never overlapped with any other customers? You hadn't heard her say it to anyone else?
No, sir.
Sorry.
Wow, dude. That was fun. That was super fun. Good on you.
It was stuck on my headphone, and I had to apply more pressure.
Yeah.
I tried to get my glasses off, and it was more difficult.
You could not have acted that better.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I would like to apologize to everyone involved. I'm so sorry that you're not Italian mother handsome.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it's not that I'm not handsome. It's that she just thinks everyone is handsome.
Uh-huh.
And she might be doing it as a customer service thing. It might be a kind of a stripper thing, you know.
It's if the guy's also saying "my legend," you know, that sounds like they've got a customer service style, don't they? Which is affectionate.
Yeah, but it works. They really sell it. You know, I really feel like a legend when he calls me that, and I'm leaving with my ice long black.
Well, here's the thing. Are you going to stop going? Probably not. Iced long black.
Know why?
How do you get it better?
You know why? Because now I need the validation more than ever.
Yeah,
and this is where my problems come from. This is perfectly exemplifies all my problems. Now they've hooked me. They gave me a little taste, and now I need more, baby, more.
Yeah, that's how they get you. One compliment.
I'm gonna have to have sex with them.
Spiral.
I'm gonna have to have sex with the nonna. That's the only way that this will end.
Look, I've explained to Emma. This is just something I have to do to keep getting my iced latte. Now she's moving in with Justin.
Yeah, Justin from earlier. Yeah,
You've forgotten. You've forgotten him.
Forgotten just. A lot of energy in today's ep.
Yeah.
Isn't there? A lot of energy. A lot of silliness.
How about... Sorry.
Don't apologize. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
How about some science news? Okay, let me take it again.
I think redo that one.
How about some science news?
I think abort this line of whatever you're doing.
I tried again.
Don't like it.
How about some science news? Sorry,
I don't hear it again, so leave it.
How about some science news?
I just hate it so much.
It just keeps coming out that way.
I don't know. That's alright. That's fine.
It's that time. Time for science news. Okay. This is something that happened recently. It's pretty science. So, here's the thing. There's a rover now on Mars. It landed.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty cool.
We're on it, baby.
We're on it. We are on the rover. We all celebrated it. Here's the thing that came through. For the first time ever, they put a microphone on the Mars rover. Did you see this, Michael?
I did. I heard.
Okay, well...
This is for them.
It's kind of sapped some of the narrative energy out of this reveal. But there is audio of what Mars sounds like, which for the first time in human history, we now have a recording of, which I'll play for you now. Whoa,
dude.
Okay, so full disclosure, we have to put that in post. So we haven't, I've just clicked on it. Michael's heard it before. He's probably going from memory from what I'm.
So we were acting.
That was acting.
I think we did well.
But I think it's pretty believable.
Nick, play it again.
Okay.
Play it again real quick.
Okay, I'll play it again right now.
Okay.
Oh,
cool, man.
That's
So,
hear that wind.
I loved how it. Yeah.
Whoosh, whoosh. That's what it's sort of like. But that's whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Yeah,
but,
so cool, man.
I mean, it's nice. It is nice.
I felt it. You know, felt it in my hair. You actually nailed it.
That's what I was like.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what Mars. Yeah, and this Mars. Actually, I might not even dub in the real one. I might just
Dude,
copy
no
and paste.
need.
I would just
Why
copy
would
and
you?
paste that. I'll put
Too
it
much.
back. I had
No,
too
it's
much
exactly
effort.
the-
I
it's
spent
exactly
hours
the
editing
same.
this thing. It sounds
It sounds exactly the same. That's amazing. That is amazing.
That was
I feel
from
like I'm on
Mars, guys. That was from that's Mars music.
Yeah.
That's that's what it's like up
Mars
there.
music.
Anyway, I just thought that's a bit of cool fun. That's a bit of cool fun for my friend Michael.
Yeah. It is actually really cool, like, full seriousness now. Serious face now, Nick.
Okay, talking serious.
It is like another... It's like we can get pictures, but then hearing the actual wind of Mars is like... It did take my breath away when I heard that.
Yeah. Obviously
Because
not on the
it's like-
podcast, but yeah, previously.
No, just acting.
Yeah, acting.
But in real life, it really did take my breath away. Because it's like another sense. Like, what if you got a smell of Mars? That would be the other one.
Or a taste
Imagine
of
if you could
Mars.
smell Mars.
Imagine if you could lick a Mars
lick-
rock.
Imagine if you could lick Mars and, like, eat it. And it'd be like, I mean, it's gross, but it's cool.
Maybe next year.
Maybe it's getting close.
Yeah. If you've enjoyed this sort of thing, I'm sorry, but you have a brain problem. There's plenty of more episodes. But do what you like.
This was fun, though.
Yeah.
If you don't like this, you're crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh, I should have checked the. We should check the mailbag. I haven't checked the mailbag in ages. If you Facebook Deep Fort and Instagram Deep Fort and Twitter Deep Fort and SoundCloud Deep Fort, and if you have questions, you can send it to Deep Fort mailbag, deepfort@gmail.com. We will, as we speak right now, check it and see what emails await. Look, let's just roll straight into it. I'm in the mailbag here. I see an important email. I think it's one that we need to address. It's from our friend Sean Lewis. It's entitled "Hot Cross Buns," and the text of the email just says, "Why the fuck are you calling them a cake? They're just really good buns." I think we were talking about hot cross bun cakes.
I think I called it... Did I call it a cake?
I think I might have called it a bread. Hot cross bread.
Then you've misheard, Sean.
I think Sean is in the wrong with this one, and I'll stand by them being real good crust cakes. So I think that's 1 to us and 0 for Sean.
All right, Nick, we're going to end with... This is a segment that I don't do often.
No.
Because...
It's niche. It's got specific needs.
It's niche in its in truth. It doesn't have a lot of truth usually, because it's otherworldly or supernatural. But this one is particularly quite shocking and revealing. So, would you mind playing the jingle?
Okay.
Oh no, that cursed time. Seance news.
Satanist, Lucifer, Ouija board. Blood of the innocent, blood of the innocent, blood.
So, I don't know if you've heard of this woman who is now deceased, but she's been dubbed the modern day Nostradamus.
Oh.
Have you heard about her?
What's
Her name is Baba Vanga.
Yeah.
Baba Vanga, and she died in no one knows when she died. They probably do.
It's
died
modern,
in the
but
90s.
we haven't confirmed the year.
She died in the 90s. Hold on, I'm flicking through articles here. This is a
Okay,
real...
this is deep research, and I appreciate that you have
she
sourced
died in
it.
1996.
96.
1996, age 85, and she's from what is now Macedonia.
And what was then?
So it's like some Soviet, I don't know. Anyway, she's made some predictions. Well, she made some predictions for 2021.
Oh,
So I just thought we could. This
let's
is what to
do
look
it.
out for.
Yeah, this is a heads up.
Now, this is, by the way, this woman predicted 9/11.
Okay,
terrorist attack.
how? What sort? What did she predict?
She speaks in riddles.
Okay,
She just know
it's
that
a
she
little bit
predicted-
like QAnon. You got to dig in.
Yep. She when 9/11 happened, she said,
That
"Yep,
was
I
me."
knew that was going to happen."
Yep.
I knew that was going to happen. And everyone said, "Did you really know that?" And she went, "Yeah,
Baba
yes, I
Vanga.
did. I'm Baba Wagner." So, you know, she read and weep. And she predicted, by the way, that.
Read it and weep.
Oh, did I forget? Did I mention that she's blind?
That makes her more like future sighty. Everyone knows if you're
Yes.
blind in real life, you can see the future better.
It's a classic movie trope because it's the irony.
It's
isn't
the I've sacrificed my sight of the present day in order to accentuate what I have spiritually or ESP wise.
Right. So she predicted that 2021 would be the year of a large-scale violent event in the natural world. So she, that's just a separate thing. She thought that she
That was
predicted
just
that
for fun. That one was that's just a throwaway. The real ones are coming up now.
she just threw that in there.
Yeah.
She said that people will be divided by their faith.
Okay.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's very true. She thought that she knows rather that the cure for cancer will be discovered this year.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
She prophesized rather that the U.S. president. She predicted that the 45th president of the United States, who was Donald Trump, would have a mysterious disease, which I think we could all agree that he's definitely had. Probably,
mentally. Probably before even becoming president.
Yeah. Oh, she's Bulgarian, by the way.
I mean, to be fair to her, that's a gamble, right? 45 is a gamble, picking 21 for 45, because if you had a single-term president, you could be at 46, 47, or if Trump had got a second one, it might not have got that far. So she did get that number right. There were variables there.
Yeah, weirdly, she didn't get any information about coronavirus.
That's fine.
Nothing
She
about
said,
that.
Well, she did. She said the mysterious illness. What wasn't clear was that the president would
2020
also
though.
have it because of the pandemic globally.
Right. Well, that was 2020 though.
That's 2020. True.
She believes she thought. I keep really dead naming her prophecies. She prophesized that Europe's economy will fall.
Okay, that seems less.
That
likely.
Vladimir Putin will be assassinated.
Oh,
Okay. He was probably still in power back then in 1996, wasn't he?
wait. Was Vladimir Putin in power in '96?
He's been in power for a long time. He's been
For
in
a
power
while.
for like 20 years, I think.
But he was like he used to be like a military advisor, right? And then he did a coup and took over. Who is Vladimir Putin?
did a coup.
He's only been president of Russia since 2012.
I just did a coup.
Oh, wait. Previously been in office. He was prime minister 1999 to 2000, 2008 to 2012. He was previously the president of Russia from 99 to 2008. So I don't know how she would have predicted that. She died in 96?
Yep.
He was the leader
Vanga.
of the St. Petersburg branch of his political party. That's a leap.
To be fair, none of this is cited, so who knows? But there's a couple more.
Okay, I'm ready.
She thinks that petrol production will stop, and the Earth will rest, and trains will fly by using sunlight.
Okay, I like this.
Okay. Bit of
I like
okay?
this.
You like that one?
I'm on board with that. That's Elon Musk. Thank you very much.
Here's a bit of here's where she maybe started to lose it. I think.
Okay. Well, these are final words.
Yeah. She prophesied that in 2021 that a dragon will take over the planet. A strong dragon will seize humanity. Then 3 giants will unite. Some people will have red money. I see the numbers. I'll do it in the accent. The last bit. Some people will have red money. I see the numbers 100, 5, and many zeros.
105, many zeros. Okay.
They're pretty like even, pretty
It's
like
interesting
rounded numbers.
that during a dragon-based apocalypse, there's still like a capitalist money system. Like those two things don't traditionally overlap. It's either dragon apocalypse return to like hunter-gatherer style barter trade systems of pure survival. Yeah. It's very rarely, well, there's a dragon in charge now, but I've got to get to Wall Street. My stocks have been soaring.
Yeah.
It's
and weirdly, so that happens in 2021 this year. So watch out for any dragons. Weirdly, that doesn't end the world.
okay.
Because world hunger is going to end in 2028, and Mars colonies will start acquiring nuclear weapons by 2256.
2256. She jumped 220 years into the future, 30 years into the future.
I think she rushed.
It was 5 minutes before the assignment was due. She's like, look, I'll just QED 2256.
The important bits.
Yeah.
Give you the Earth's going to be uninhabitable by 2341.
Okay.
Bit of time, not long, and then
that seems actually overly optimistic.
The universe is going to come to an end. Guess which year? The whole universe is going to come to an end.
So sorry, when did the Earth become uninhabitable? 2341.
2341.
2345.
Ooh, way later than that.
2346.
Very okay. We could be here for a while.
2347.
5079.
That's a bit of a bummer. I had plans in 5080.
Well, change 'em, Buster.
You've never called me Buster before.
Buster Brown. But scary stuff, don't you think?
That's a worrying insight into our future. I think there's a few red flags there. It's just good to know that we've got a heads up so that we can change things.
Yeah, flying dragon. I'll send you a photo of this woman. She looks terrifying.
Terrifying? Why? You got to send it to me now. I need to see this.
All right, but you're not gonna like it. Come right up. Wait, just Google Baba Vanga.
Oh, I don't know how to spell Vanga.
Yes, you do.
Or Baba. Right. B-U or B-A?
B-A-B-A.
The great Bulgarian. Oh! Yeah. I mean...
Yes.
Okay, can you have a little bit of decorum,
well,
please?
you did it. You did.
I didn't.
We were doing
Thank
that.
you very much.
I thought there was a thing that we were doing.
There's
together.
no evidence that I ever did that. To be fair, I think she looks like what I thought she looked like, which is a blind Bulgarian priestess.
Yeah, but if she was just sitting on a bench and then she went, Nicholas, you'd be like, ah! She just called you out.
So I just saw on the Google, just because it came up when I was looking for her, there have been, it seems like, some former predictions which didn't pay out, including Barack Obama will be the last acting US president.
Well.
So that seems, very specific. If she got that one in
also
the sense...
very contradictory.
Yeah, it's like I
think she
I
lost
know
track of her
exactly who it
predictions.
is that will be president, but also know that that will be the end.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
there's
good-
not a credible. But this is the thing, like with religion as well. Like you can see how religion works from this kind of bullshit, because because people will start to think, oh, maybe dragon represents this and blah, and people just like, if you really believe it, you can just work backwards. If you start with the conclusion, you can use anything, you can interpret anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's all like tarot reading and palm reading and going to a psychic and all that kind of stuff. It's all. What was the Darren Brown thing? It's like they gave the same list of predictions to 40 people that came in after the reading, and it was one generic piece of paper that was identical, and everyone thought it was very specifically tailored to them. And people just read in what they want, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. How we going for time there, Nicky boy?
We're done.
We're done?
And that's the end of this one.
I think that's a good way to end.
Yeah.
Should end like that.